Hey guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with Me, and we finished our pages, and now we're going to do our binding system. And this is going to be the hidden hinge binding system. You need a piece of cardstock, and I've got a pretty strong white cardstock that is 8 3/4 by 7 1/2. And on the 8 3/4 side, you're going to put that in your scoreboard here. You're going to start scoring, and you're going to score every 1/2 inch all the way. Whoops, I cannot score straight these days. I'm going to use the other end, see if that helps. So every 1/2 inch all the way across. Okay, now you're going to start folding this up, and I'm hoping that I got the right length. If I didn't, I'll adjust. But you're going to leave your first one flat, fold this one up to a point. So do a mountain, leave a valley, do a mountain, leave a valley. Well, do a mountain, leave a valley, do a mountain, leave a valley, okay, I didn't exactly cut this long enough. You're probably going to need to cut it, let's see, I need another 1/2 inch. I would cut it 9 1/2 and then start scoring and just make sure that you have 9 little mountains. I'm going to have to use this one on the end, which is fine, I don't mind. So, but it's not strong enough, so what I'm going to do is take my scrap piece of paper, wherever it might be, right here, I think. Yeah, and I'm going to cut 1 inch off of this and just put it on that end. So instead of cutting this all over again, I'm just going to improvise. And I'm going to score it right down the center at 1/2. Fold it, and then I'm gonna glue this one right here up against that, and that's gonna get my 1 2 3 4 5 6 mountains, and that's what I need. So we're just gonna put some score tape on here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 pieces of score tape on here. I want this to be good and strong. This is going to hold all of those pages in there. I kept thinking when I was measuring that spine that something didn't seem right, but I just kept going with it anyway. But just make sure that you do yours longer than I did mine. Just do it at maybe 9 1/2 and go from there, or even cut it at 10 and then just score, and then when you get all your little mountains, you can just cut that end off if it's too long. Okay, let's make sure that that's the same height. Yep. Now what we're going to do now is going to go in here on each one of these, and we're going to cut it back just like that, because if you don't, your pages are not going to slide on there. Now you can wait until you get this glued together if you want to and cut them. I just hold them and trim them off. just that much less score tape that I use. Okay, there we go. Now what we want to do, so we've got this one glued together. We want to go in here. I'm going to flip it over. We want to go in where we've got these little valleys on the back side, which would be our mountains over here. And we want to put score tape right. Okay, and I'm going to switch to my 1/2 inch score tape. I'm going to go ahead and fold these over as I go. And I shouldn't have put score tape right there, but I'm going to have to put score tape on all of the back when it's finished anyway, so that's fine. But this will be the next one right here. And I just kind of fold it over that way, and then, as you can see, the back's coming together, and then you've got your little mountains on the front. So if you want to go ahead and put score tape on every one of them, that's fine, because we're going to have to come back and do that anyway. But one of the reasons that I go ahead and cut my points is because I know that in that point right there is where I put my score tape first. Like I said, you can put it on every one of them if you want to, because we're going to do that eventually. Okay. Then you have 6 posts, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's what we needed. And then I just go ahead and I press them one way with my bone folder. Get a good press on there. And then I flip them the other way. Press it down. So there is that. And then we're going to flip it over on the back. We're going to put score tape all over this. That's why I said you could have gone ahead and put your score tape all over it if you wanted to, because we're going to do it now anyway. But if it's confusing to you, then just wait. Okay, we got all that score tape on there, and now you just want to burnish it down really, really well. And I'm just using my little Cricut thingamajig here. I don't know what to call that. Now let's get the spine of let's get our book. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to mark my spine with my pencil. I can always come back and erase that, but that's going to help me line this up. So we're going to dry fit it first. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these 2 tabs off right here on the side. That's going to make it the hidden hinge. I don't want them to show outside my covers. So just trim them off. And yes, you could have done this before you put your score tape on the back, because now we've got a piece of score tape on the back of this that we have basically wasted. But I wanted to make sure that I had the width that I needed first. If you want to leave yours out there, that is fine. I just didn't want to leave mine and then have to cover them with something. So let's see. There we go, that will work. You see now everything is going to be inside the spine and nothing's going to be sticking out across the score lines. Now we want to center this up between these two score lines and then center it up from top to bottom. It looks like from top to bottom we're going to have about 1/8 of an inch maybe. So I'm going to lay this down like that and just look at it for a minute. Okay, now we are going to take the backing off of this, and then we are going to put art glitter glue all over it. You could use a glue stick, that would be fine. Just something to keep it from sticking down real quick, because you want to have a little bit of time to wiggle that around. Now let's put our art glitter glue on here, all over it. Okay, let's take a shot at this. I'm going to have to pull it down here where I can see it. Hopefully you can still see, and hopefully I won't get my head in the shot. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I think we're going to press it down right there. Hope I got it even. Now I'm going to take my bone folder and make sure that I've got everything pressed down really, really well. Okay, I think we're ready for our pages to go on. Now I have changed my mind, and I'm going to let this one be my, I wonder where that came from. Thought I had it right there, but I guess I didn't glue it down. There we go. I'm going to let this one be our front page, the very first one. So we're not going to start with it, and I'm going to show you these pages once I get everything in the book. I will go back through and I'll show you all of the pages and all the flip outs and that kind of thing. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to let this one be the very back. So we've got our opening right here. That's where we want to glue it down on there. So we need to put score tape on these. So we need to put score tape down these as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And I put it on both sides. Now you only want to pull your score tape off of the one that you're working on at that moment. Don't pull it off of all of them. We're just going to pull it off this back one. Some people start in the front, I start in the back. Doesn't matter, I don't think. Just whichever way is best for you. Alrighty. I'm not going to worry about it if some of my tags fall out because I can add those back in. We're going to sit this down on there. And I'm just looking at both sides to make sure that I've got it in there good. Now you don't want to press it all the way down to the bottom, because you want to leave a little bit of room so that it folds over. If you press it all the way down, you're going to have problems with it. Alright, so there's our first page in. So leave probably about 1/8 of an inch from the base down here to where your pockets stop. That'll give you a little bit of flex room that you're going to need to make these fold back and forth. Alright, let's see. I think this is our next one, I do believe. Let me see. Now you need to take all of your inserts out, just so that you don't glue this on there glue the insert to the bottom accidentally. So sit that down on there, line it up with your page before, and press it down. Okay, so there's that one. This is going to be a thick book. Take our next one. Okay, there are all of our pages in. Now we will go through and put our pockets back in and take a look at all of these. All right, so here is our first one, and you've got the little doors that open. I just put a little pocket down here, and I put some of these in here. That's our little booklet that I showed yesterday, and I think I put it in the PDF. So this little pocket, it's just 2.5 inches by, well, I'll put the measurements for this little pocket on the PDF as well. It's very, very simple, just a couple of folds, and that's it. Then I put just some of the ephemera on the sides here, and that our magnets still work good. So let's go ahead and put our insert back in there. So there is that one. Then you've got the back, and I just made a little belly band and stuck some of these ephemera cards in there so that we can have a place to journal. I glued just part of this down at the bottom so that I could tuck them under there. Then on this one, I put one of the wood butterflies that I had in my stash, little file folder here that I can tuck some things in and journal on the inside. This is just glued on the side and the bottom, so that tucks under there. So you can pull this out and then tuck it back there, and that little butterfly sits on top. I just put one of the little bands that come with the paper pack on there. This, I just made a flat pocket. This is just a flat piece of paper cut. Didn't even do any folding or anything, and I just glued it straight down on the sides and the bottom. And then I've just got these tucked in there. And that will be lots of journaling spots there. So that one, simple as can be. You just cut you a piece of paper and glue it down on the sides and the bottom. And then of course I put some of my bling all over. So that's the first page. This is the second page. There's our little top note that I was showing you with the little tags on the inside there that we can journal on. Pull those out. There's 4 of those there. And then here on the back side, we've got a journaling spot. We've got this little belly band that opens up because it's closed with a magnet. And then we've got this that we can put something in, a little note or whatever, and journal in there. Closes back down. And then the back side, I just put a little piece of, this was out of the paper pack, and I just cut that, glued it at the top and down the side, and then left this front open, and I just tucked some of these in under there. We can pull these out and journal on them and then stick them back in there. I just tried to use as much of the ephemera as I could. Here, this is a piece of the 4x6 ephemera. I put a flower on there, a little chipboard piece, and a piece of bling. And then right here, I put, since this paper was so busy, I took one of the 4x6 and just scored it at a 1/2 inch, glued it down right there, folded it over, and then I can journal on here, and if I want to, I can put something else under here. So there is, and I just put a little piece of chipboard there, so I'll know that, so you know that opens up. Then here's the belly band, the one that we did yesterday. So then we've got the cascading sheets here. So we can put photos on here, we can journal on, whatever. So we've got 6 of those. Front and back, we've got 12. And then, wait, let's put our tag back in here before I forget. Or insert back in there. There we go. So then, when you flip it over, you've got this little pocket here that's just got that little tiny envelope in there. And I've just got it tucked in there. And then I've tucked in a couple more of the ephemera pieces, the little tags, just tuck them in so that we can have places to journal. And then here, we've just glued a piece of the ephemera down on the bottom and the side. We've got a little tag in there, and then we've got another journaling spot in there, so that's there. Here is our vellum pocket. I've just got lots of the 4x6 journaling cards stuck down in there. As I need them, I'll pull them out and put them wherever I need them in the album. So there's the vellum pocket. On the back, you've got another little pocket with a couple of tags stuck in there. And then here is the little flip up journaling tag that we put just some string around, and it flips up so we can journal on both sides. So that is that one. This one has no pocket. This is the one I glued backwards, so it has no pocket. This is the first one that we did, and I didn't do a lot of embellishing on here because I will use some of those journaling cards and put them down and journal on it, and then put my pictures in different places. So some of them I didn't do a lot of decorating on, but those are glued down with magnets. And then put our little insert back in there. And then this side I put just another flat pocket here, just glued it on the sides, across the bottom and up. Put a little piece of my bling that I had in my stash there, and then I just stuck in a bunch of little tags in there just so that we have lots of places to journal. Just stuck a bunch of those in. And then on these two I didn't do anything yet. This is some extra paper that I had, and I just stuck it in there because I'll decide what I want to do with that a little bit later, and then I'll decorate these as I get to that day of the month. Okay, got that one. This one is the little, let's see, did I do that? Yes, I've got the PDF for this one that'll go up today. This is glued down with Velcro, a little Velcro tab, and it's got a little pocket. It's two-sided, and it's got a little pocket up here that it's got a journaling tag in. So I just glued it down through here and over, and then I tucked it back in there and glued it down. So that's got a little tag up there that we can use. And then on the back side I just put some of the ephemera and some of my bling. This I used some of that cut out from the paper and just made a little belly band and stuck this little tag in there, and I put one of those large pieces of bling that I have at the top so that it won't fall all the way out, so that'll hold it in there. And then let me move that over. Move that over so that our little Velcro piece will show, and that glues back down to the Velcro. And then this one goes in there. Okay. And these are the ones that are kind of falling out. I've got to rearrange those a little bit. This I just glued right at the bottom, and I may end up gluing it a little bit higher to hold these in. I just took this is just a little file folder that I trimmed down one of the 3x4 cards and put in there. This is just a little piece of the ephemera, so I stuck that in there. This is just one of it come from the tags and pockets, and then it had this little tag that went down in there. So like I said, I glued that at the bottom, and I may end up gluing it a little bit higher up so that I can keep all of these tags and things in there. I put a little clip on it for now. And then I just put a little belly band up here. Really, it's not a belly band. I just glued that down and put a couple pieces of bling on each side. I thought I liked that. Busy as a bee, buzz. I liked that. And then on this side, I put a belly band with a couple pieces of bling, and then I put this little journaling card on there, and I've got it held down with a tiny little clothespin. So I just stuck that down like that. There we go. Whoops. The only problem is these little clothespins are very fragile. So there we go. Got that on there. And that I can journal on. And then here, another pocket. I just glued it down on the sides and the bottom. Used my oval punch and punched that out. And then in here I have just this is just a little file folder with a little tag in there. So, and I've just glued this on the top and then glued that there so you know to pull on it. So that's that. So then, on this page, I used some of and I think I showed it, the Hottie Swap. These are the stickers. They're the puffy stickers, and it just says Wonder. I took some of my lace from my stash and glued that on the side, a little piece of the paper right there. And then this is just a little tag and a little pocket that goes together, come out of the tags and pockets. So I put that there and put a little bow on there. And then on this side, I liked this where it said Bloom and Grow, and I wanted it glued down there, but I didn't want to put brads or anything in there because I had already made a little pocket right here. Again, this pocket is just cut to the size and then glued on the side and the bottom. That's it. So you can make pockets like that and just leave that one side open. So I took a piece of my ribbon and I just ran it through the back and then out the side and then just glued it down. And then this is another one of the little pockets that come out of the tags and pockets. So it goes right in there. I can stuff some things up under here. Let me show you. I can stick some things up under there. Little tags and things. All kinds of little goodies you can stick under there. So that is that one. Let's see how I did this. Let's put this in. And then this side, all I did was I just glued this down at the bottom. That's a little piece of the cardstock tags. I glued it down at the bottom and then just took this and stuck it down in there. And that's all I did, put a little ribbon on it. That is all on that. And then on this side I did basically the same thing. I made a little pocket down here, put some bling on it, and put a little flower up here at the top and just stuck that down in there. Just like that. That is it. When I get ready to journal on these, I'll just pull them out, journal on them, and stick them back in there. And then back here you saw this. This is my pocket that I can keep all kinds of stuff in. So all of my, this is basically all I have as far as the ephemera that's left. So what I'm going to do is stick all this down in there, and that may make it way too full. And then as I start making my putting my photos and all of my journaling and everything in here, then I will pull those out and use them on different pages. Now, you're saying you only have 6 pages, but we've got 30 days in December. Oh, 30 days in November, I should say. So here's day 1. And up here, I can put my date on these. That's day 1. Here's day 2 and 3 in there. There's day 4, 5, and 6. So that can be 6 days if I want it to be. Here's day 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 days. And then I'm going to count this all as one day. So that's 13, 14, 15, 16 days. So that's 16. There's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then 22. This all is going to be 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So we've got more than 33 different spots that we can put photos and all kinds of stuff. So we've got plenty of room in here. And as you can see, it is just the right width. It is full. I may end up taking like that clothespin and some of the things that are really making it stick out. I may end up taking some of those off later on. I haven't got my little clasp that I'm going to close this with. I'm going to close it with one of those hitch fasteners from Tim Holtz, and they won't be until next week. So I'll have a little band that'll come up here and go across the hitch fastener, and that's how it will stay closed. Now, I need to decorate the front. So what I've done is went into my stash again, and I have pulled out some of my bling. This, oh, I hate it when some of those come off. This is my little swirly bling. And I'm going to try, these have been in there for a while, so I'm going to try to pull this up without them coming apart, hopefully. Sometimes when they've been sitting a while, those little beads will pop off of there. Now, on some of these, I cut pieces apart. If I don't like exactly how they're swirling, or if I want it to swirl a different direction, then I just cut them apart and make it go a different direction. So that's the way I wanted it right there. So let's make sure that's stuck down well. And then there was a little piece that didn't come off. We're going to try to get that off without breaking it. And I'm going to stick it right back here, I think. See, one of the little pieces came off. It's right there. There we go. Now we have this flower, and hopefully, okay, I'm going to put this right here at the bottom, and I have some of the little pieces that came off of that too, so we're going to try to pick those up and put them back on there. Okay, there we go. Now, glad we got that. That was a chore. Now, I have a piece of just vintage lace that I'm going to put right down through here on this side. And I think I'm actually going to move it over a little bit right there. So we're going to start this up here at the top. I'm going to use my hot glue. Now we're going to trim this off. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of that ink and just go over those edges, and I don't care if they fray, that's fine with me. Okay, so we've got that, and now basically all we're going to do now is put a few flowers on here and we're going to be finished. So I'm going to do this flower, I think that way. And that one like that. And then maybe tuck this one up under there. And then we'll put this one down here somewhere. What do we think about that? I like it. Let's go for it before I change my mind. Now, I've got this little wood butterfly, and it came from Blue Fern in this pack. vintage butterflies. I don't know if they have any more. I'll try to link them below if they do. And I just colored it up like a pink and a purple. Put a little stickles on there, put some bling in the center, and we're going to glue that down right there. And I'm just going to glue the middle part of it. Like that. Now I've cut another little piece of that bling, and what I'm going to do with it is put it from the back end of the butterfly around and make it look like that's his trail. Just like that. Okay guys, that is it. That is our Thankful Thoughts mini album, and I do believe that that's what I'm going to call it, Thankful Thoughts. So on November 1st, we will start adding some things in here, and I will take photos if nothing else and show you along the way. I will be adding my closure on here. So that is all there is. I hope you enjoyed this series. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.